Gentlemen, it looks like we are ready to start. So before this sun gets a little bit hotter, we're going to get everything going. Welcome to the groundbreaking of the highly anticipated roadway widening project for the FM676, that's mile 5 from Taylor Road to Ware Road on system project. My name is Tony Forina. I get the pleasure of serving as the Field Operations Director for Hidalgo County Precinct 4, and today I'll pull double duty as your Masters of Ceremony. To begin our program, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise and join us as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Now, before we proceed, we appreciate everyone joining us here today, but we do have a few special guests that we'd like to recognize. We'll start with our partners from the City of McAllen, our City Manager, Roy Rodriguez, joining us. Mayor Javier Villalobos, thank you, sir. Also pulling double duty today from Hidalgo County Precinct 1, and he is serving as Commissioner for District 6, Jose Pepe Cabeza de Vaca. We'd like to welcome our Assistant City Manager, Joe Vera, that's joining us today. Many thanks to Isaac Tawil. He is the City Attorney that is present. And of course, on a project like this, you would expect your City Engineer. So Eduardo Mendoza, thank you for being here today. Our many thanks to Jacinto Garza from LNG that is present with us today. Mr. Garza, thank you for being here. We have AJ Aleman representing the City of Edinburgh. Thank you, AJ, for being here. I'd like to welcome Chief Jorge Arcaute from Hidalgo County Precinct 3 that is present. Thank you, sir. And our Hidalgo County Safety Director, Mr. Armando Guzman. Thank you for being here. I apologize if I've left anybody out. I'm sure we'll get to give you the official greeting later on, but thank you. This is a project that has been highly sought after for the last couple of years. One, because it's going to connect a couple of different entities and municipalities, and at the same time, this is the road I take to go get my tacos at Mia Cinco. So I really need this road to be opened because that detour takes quite a while. But Precinct 4 Commissioner Eli Torres believes that the groundbreaking for this collaborative effort is very necessary, especially in light of the vision and spirit behind the many years of work that have been placed on this project. And we'll hear more about the project momentarily. Now, though, to officially kick off the program, I'd like to welcome the Precinct 4 Commissioner and our leader, Commissioner Eli Torres.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today to join us here at the Hidalgo County Precinct 4 in this momentous occasion that we should all be so very proud of and proud to celebrate, because truly it is a celebration. You might ask yourself, did this project already break ground in early July? What's so special about it? Well, let me tell you, we have lots to celebrate. When I took office at the beginning of 2019, this project was an inherited TxDOT on-system roadway project, which was in progress with design and right-of-way acquisition services. We recognized immediately the collaborative spirit in our partners at the City of McAllen. The City of McAllen worked hand in hand with the county by going into an interlocal agreement to provide funding, support to Phase 1, which covers the environmental schematic and design, and Phase 2 and the project development. The city leadership saw the benefits of this project, and the county could not have been more successful in that partnership. Those of you that are here today from the City of McAllen, we thank you. There have been many great efforts by the consulting team of LNG Engineering and ensuring that funding is available for this project through the RGB MPO to include a very crucial outfall. And I thank you for your knowledge and hard work to ensure that this project was funded. Thank you, LNG Engineering. Equally important to recognize is TxDOT, the Hidalgo County Irrigation District Number 1 and Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1, and of course, my precinct staff, which kept this ongoing communications through meetings, monthly calls, and/or status reports over the years, continuing to push through in order to meet the deadlines. And if anybody knows Belinda Reyes, who could not be with us here today, she is my chief of staff. If anybody knows anything about Belinda, is that she is very organized and she likes to meet and have that communication and those discussions. And I just want to give her the biggest round of applause because I know she's watching live. Now, were there challenges? Yes, of course, as one might expect with such a project. There are many residents and some businesses to work with, and an aging bridge over the Edinburgh-McAllen main canal that needed to be replaced and widened through a redesign to meet the needs of the project through its entirety. If you look behind me, that bridge is no longer there. We will soon see a widened bridge in the coming months. Working with our irrigation and drainage district partners, emphasis was placed to ensure an adequate outfall was available as well. The endeavor to acquire the outfall was managed through Hidalgo County, working through its consultants and LNG engineering. And let me tell you, it was not a small undertaking. That was a major challenge there. I won't go into the technicalities of the project because I'm sure others will, but you can expect this newest and grand corridor connecting the east and west between the cities of McAllen and Alton to provide a safe and more efficient passage for our residents. What I do want to share with you is how such very important collaborative partnerships are so essential to meeting the needs of a growing community while offering more travel routes to residents, businesses, schools, hospitals, chiefs of staff who go look for tacos at Mile 5, and on and on. This project serves as an extension and connectivity of several farm-to-market roads, which is why we want to thank TxDOT and those before us who had the foresight to make it an on-system roadway via a minute order. While we celebrate this portion or phase of this project will connect several more miles into Precinct 3. The design route has been continued by the efforts of the City of Alton, TxDOT, and Hidalgo County Precinct 3 leadership and staff, and many consultants and stakeholders alike. We can say that there are 3 sections advancing this corridor. These include the following coming from the west. Section 3, La Homa Road to State Highway 107, which is also known as Conway. That project is 60% under construction at a cost of about $20 million. Section 1, which is the State 107, again, Conway, to Taylor Road, which will be let out in 2025 at a cost of about $33 million. And Section 2, the one we're here to celebrate today, which is from Taylor Road to Ware Road at a cost of about $12 million, 11.8 to be exact. Now, you don't call that an investment in our community. I don't know what you would call an investment, but applause to that, please. Under construction since early July, Section 2 led in March of 2024, and Precinct 4 was involved in environmental assessment, public involvement, schematic design, and hydrologic map. Other involvement include the PS&E, design, surveys, traffic signal, warrants and design, permit utilities, coordination, and engineering construction management. And if you've ever constructed a road, you know that coordinating that utilities is a major undertaking. So again, a big round of applause. TxDOT participated with 99% of the right-of-way that included the acquisition. Again, another major undertaking. 135 residents that they had to deal with in buying that right-of-way. And you know, that's, for those of you who have been involved in this kind of work, you know that that's no small task. Currently, TxDOT is building a temporary irrigation bypass, as well as constructing an irrigation siphon structure that will replace the existing irrigation bridge. The construction of this phase is expected to be completed by this December of 2024. Construction is also underway connecting La Homa Road to State Highway 107, Conway. This portion was the great vision and work of Alton City Mayor Salvador Vela. And he was, of course, is he here? I don't know if he's here. If not, we owe him a big round of applause for that, for working with the county, with Precinct 3, TxDOT, and the MPO. As I've come to understand, Mr. Vela's persistence and dedication gave birth to the idea of the project for the city, and it was then taken up a notch to a more large-scale means of connectivity working with county leadership. Thank you for your leadership to all my colleagues at the City of Alton and Precinct 3. The portion between State Highway 107 to Taylor Road is also the combined efforts of Precinct 3 Commissioner, Mr. Eber Villarreal, and the City of Alton via the consultants of LNG and TxDOT. This project is currently with TxDOT under its design review. As I mentioned earlier, this project, which we celebrate today, opens the door at Precinct 4 with the McAllen city limits to offer a grand corridor that so many will travel on for years to come. Currently, TxDOT is managing the construction of the project, working with Texas Cordia, who is also here present today, as a construction company. We ask the community to be patient and adhere to the detours and warnings. The tacos at Mile 5 can wait a little or take a different route. But again, on behalf of myself and my staff, we want to thank you for joining us. A very, very special thank you once again to Ms. Belinda Reyes, my chief of staff, who, she worked tirelessly on this, and through this project, we learned so much, and it's truly a great celebration. Even though the project had already started, we said, you know what, we have to break ground because we know how much work it was put into this, all the collaboration efforts that were brought together, and I'm just so very proud of this, and I can't wait to see all the traffic that's going to go through here to again meet the needs of our community and connect us all together. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I'll pass on the mic to Mr. Tony Forina.
Thank you, Commish. And again, as I mentioned earlier, we weren't done welcoming people. We'd like to welcome our superintendent of the schools from McAllen ISD, Dr. Rene Gutierrez, that is here with us today. Thank you, sir, for being here. City of McAllen Commissioner Rudy Castillo, trying to hide out in the back. Rudy, we saw you, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate that. And Salvador Vela could not be here, but he sent City Manager Jeff Underwood to represent as well. So, Jeff, always good to see you. As a matter of fact, Jeff may be the second most excited person once this is going to be done. I run to go get tacos. He just goes for a run for his health. So he may be running to work soon. It is now my pleasure to welcome our City of McAllen Mayor, the man who's got his towel out. He's polishing it up and making sure we shine real well. How about a round of applause for Mayor Javier Villalobos?
And good morning. After Ellie's grand speech, I don't think there's anything to say. Other than thank y'all so much. Elton, Precinct 4, TxDOT, our irrigation district, drainage district, thank you very much. Excuse me. As a public servant, it's amazing the things that happen. I've been talking to this individual, an acquaintance, complaining that we hadn't widened this. And I tell them, look, it takes time. And they kept on complaining. Well, I gave them a call a couple of days ago that we were doing the groundbreaking, and the response was this: how long are y'all gonna mess things up? It's like, you can never make people happy, but you know what? We try our best, because what we're doing here today is incredible. What we have is not just asphalt. We are improving quality of life. Public safety, we have an ambulance, you have a fire truck. What's better? Well, a street like this, or whenever it's more widened. Now, people don't think sometimes, but what about the increase in property values? Think about it. And all this because we work together, and work together like never before. So Eli, TxDOT, Jet, everybody that had a hand on this, muchísimas gracias. God bless you all.
You think about it, this is going to be 5 lanes from the Expressway 281 all the way to La Homa. That's another route that people are going to be able to use and take. And then when you start heading south to the Expressway, it's going to be incredible. Great things are on the horizon for us. Next, we'd like to welcome from TxDOT, the official FAR District office, My pleasure to introduce Deputy District Engineer Rex Cosley.
Good morning, everybody. Commissioner Torres, thank you for that summary. You stole a lot of my thunder, and I'll take it. Mayor, thank you for putting a face to this project. We do deal with a lot of challenges. So partnerships, again, I can list so many partners that were integral on this project, but there was a lot of partnerships. And our former executive director once said, and I guess continues to say, TxDOT can do a lot of things, but they just can't do everything. And it requires a lot of partnerships from other entities to make this behind me a reality. So I do want to thank you. And then from our end, again, like Commissioner mentioned, meetings. There was plenty of meetings. Plenty of meetings with the stakeholders involved. And the main stakeholder, in my opinion, was the irrigation district. Because behind me serves a vital role for serving water to so many communities north. And it's very, very important that we got it right. And I want to thank the irrigation district for allowing us to work in your backyard. And we'll continue to do so on the other projects. Challenges, so many challenges that were out there, the right-of-way acquisition, the relocations, it's just amazing on how all those relocation efforts took place. The county helped us, we worked in partnership, and eventually we got 150 parcels acquired. This project here is a good definition of safety, mobility, and connectivity. And every project has a purpose and need, and those three things are addressed with this construction here. And so that is a true demonstration of moving people from point A to point B safely. Growth. Y'all have heard that Texas is growing, and we argue that in this general area, Texas is growing exponentially. Rapid growth, and it's just evident of all the projects that we have in this general area of added capacity. It takes a lot of challenges. And these contractors, or not these contractors, these projects provide opportunities for others. And in our setting, that's our job. We need to provide opportunities for others, for the contracting community, for the subcontractors, to provide food and clothes for families, to give them a chance to build something that will be long-lasting in the next generation. So I ask for two things. I ask for you all to be patient with our and support with our contracting office, the FAR area office who's managing this, as well as our contractors. And I also ask the contractor to stay busy, because if you're not busy, then the public tends to complain, how come you haven't finished? So if you demonstrate that you're busy, that you're working every day, I think people, the public, will understand what we're trying to accomplish. And in the end, I do thank you for this. These types of projects are down the road. Ware Road around the corner, Sherry Road, this whole area, it will be better in the long run. And I sincerely appreciate everyone here for the continued support that you have for Texas. Thank you very much. Stay safe.
We'd like to welcome from our Hidalgo County Drainage District our co-general managers, Yvette Barrera and Omar Ansaldua, that are here. Guys, thanks for being out here today. Oh, and the chief, Mr. Raul Cecin, is in the house as well. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for joining us. So we've heard about how long this project may or may not take, and this long-awaited corridor that we're waiting for everybody to open. But there's a big announcement that was made a few weeks back, and that was the retirement of McAllen City Manager Roy Rodriguez. Something within his contract said, now if there's a groundbreaking ribbon cutting, I have to have the last word. So, at this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Roy Rodriguez up to share a few words and his thoughts on the project and design. I will warn you, he's fresh from the dentist, so if he's speaking a little cursive, that's all it is. It hasn't woken up yet.
That's actually true. So actually, thank you, Commissioner, for inviting us here. And we did have to change this groundbreaking a couple of times because we're all doing so many things. And I really appreciate the fact that you were able to change it. But what that meant was that I had to change my dentist appointment to this morning. So I got new crowns, okay? So if you all see me drooling, don't panic. Just give me some napkins, please. I like what Rex said. I think I wrote it down. It said, TxDOT does a lot of things, but not everything. That's really, really cool. I'm going to steal something from another great leader here in McAllen. He told me once that Here in McAllen, we do the impossible every day. Miracles take a little longer. And this is the kind of thing that happens when we collaborate like this, Commissioner, so thank you. The partnership between the City of McAllen and Hidalgo County on this road widening project is a shining example of how collaboration can lead to tangible benefits of our citizens. We understand that a strong transportation network is the backbone of any thriving community. By widening this road, we're not only easing traffic congestion, but also paving the way for economic growth, better connectivity, and enhanced safety for all who travel through this area. This project will serve as a critical link improving the flow of goods, services, and people across our city and beyond. I want to take a moment to acknowledge and thank our partners with Hidalgo County for their leadership and commitment to this project. These folks, these four commissioners are just everywhere, and I really am thankful that you're part of our city. Together, we've worked hard to ensure that this road widening will meet the needs of our growing community both now and in the years to come. As we turn the first shovels of dirt today, we're not just marking the beginning of a construction project. We're laying the foundation for a brighter, more connected future for McAllen and the surrounding region. Thank you to everyone involved in making this project a reality, and the planners and engineers, to the construction crews who will bring this vision to life. Your hard work and dedication are deeply appreciated. And thank you to our residents for your continued support and patience as we work to improve our community's infrastructure. Together, we're building a stronger, safer, and more prosperous McAllen and Hidalgo County. Thank you all so much. I see so many old friends of mine from TxDOT, and it reminds me of the good old days, my friend. I'm a former city engineer and former county engineer, so these projects are very dear to my heart. So thank you for all that you do, and thank you for being here.
As you heard Roy mention, the economic impact that this project is going to have on this entire community. And part of that, we're going to leave in the hands to our friends from the Chamber of Commerce, Blanca Cardenas, Jerry Garcia, Sally Guerra. Thank you, ladies, for joining us today. Thank you for being here with us. We'd like to extend our many thanks to L&G Engineers and Texas Cordia, not only for their work on this project the last couple of weeks, but they've also provided refreshments that we'll be partaking of momentarily. The time has come. We got to wrap up our program. We're going to move you. You can see the dirt mound about 100 yards that way. Not our fault. That's where they placed it. And we're going to toss some dirt. So I'm going to ask all of our elected officials and our special guests to please make your way to the dirt mound so that we may toss some dirt, and let's get this project going.